Okay, everybody, this is Kermit the Frog saying hello on another fun-packed program of...
The Saturday Show!
Yeah, and moving right along. Let's hear a great big welcome for the stars of the show, Mr. Tommy Boyd and Miss Isla St. Clair.
What an honour. Thank you, Kermit, who, as you can see, is in our star chair today, along with the man who discovered him, Mr. Muppets himself, Jim Henson. And here in the studio from Fraggle Rock, Sprocket the dog.
And a very warm welcome to you, Kermit. Who's this you brought with you?
Hi, Isla. Who?
Who's this?
I don't know.
Who is it?
I don't know.
It's not Jim Henson, is it?
It could be.
And you brought along, who's that?
This is Sprocket over here, and I've been dying to meet Sprocket ever since I first saw him, which was last Saturday. Hello, Sprocket. You're fantastic, aren't you? Isn't he fantastic? You've been getting to know him, haven't you, before the programme started? What I want to know is the captain all right back at the lighthouse without you, or do you think he's getting lonely? Yeah. What? No heckling. What? Right, so, but you're going to be back at the lighthouse in time for the show, aren't you, later on this afternoon? All right. Well, listen, I'd like to ask you what you'd like first of all on the show, but Kermit's really in the star chair, so we better ask Kermit. What would you like first, pal?
Oh, listen, well, I'd like to see a movie. Can I see part of a film?
Yeah.
Yeah, what movie would you like?
Maybe something with the Muppets in it.
Why not?
You know?
Kermit, just for you, here is a scene from the Muppet Movie when our friends are on their way to Hollywood and they stop off at a fun fair.
Oh, neat.
Wonderful. Bugs really should have won an Oscar for that particular one. It's obviously very dangerous to play with Martians if you're a cartoon character, but seriously, it's also very dangerous to play with fire if you're at home. So if you want to try limbo dancing with a broomstick, that's fine, but don't sit light to it.
Correct.
Now, another chat with Jim, I think.
Yes, indeed, you. So listen, what were you doing before the Muppets? Because that's what we all sort of heard of you first.
Well, actually, before the Muppet Show, we were doing Sesame Street, and we've been doing Sesame Street for about 15 years now. But I started doing puppets when I was just out of high school.
Really?
You know? Yeah, I was about probably 17 or 18 years old.
It's what you always wanted to do?
No, I think I did it because I wanted to work in television. I wanted to work in places like this.
Oh.
Was that sort of Punch and Judy, like the American Punch and Judy you were doing, or something like that?
No, I was doing a late night show. It was 5 minutes, and it was on at 11:30 at night. And I did characters. Kermit was one of my oldest characters. He was back. I made him almost 30 years ago.
So Kermit went right from your leaving school,
Yes.
right the way up to
Yes.
Jim's huge success, which came along, of course, with the Muppets. Let's have a look at two of the main stars of that in action. This is where Miss Piggy takes on the role of circus ring mistress, having persuaded the long-suffering Kermit to have a go on the flying trapeze. Miss Piggy.
Our own dear Kermit has agreed to appear with petite little moi in the opening number. He is all ready, so let us go to Le Circus! He flies through the air with the greatest of ease, that daring young frog on the flying trapeze.
I don't know how she gets me into these things. Are you ready, Kermit? Yeah. Just don't push me hard. What? Push me hard. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I'm just a little woozy, that's all.
Oh, Kermit, close the curtains! Yes! Wow, what a terrific act! Do you want a partner? Kermit, guns will get him backstage. Ah, don't worry, it's all part of the act. Is there a doctor in the house?
And here he is, none the worse for all his experiences.
Yep.
Kermit the Frog.
Thank you.
Hello, dear Kermit.
Thank you. Hi, Isla.
Tell me the truth about this. How did you really meet up with this guy?
Well, you see, I don't really know. I don't know Henson, you know? No. It's a concept I can't understand. You see? I understand he's around here a lot, you know, and, but I don't quite understand. I understand he has his hand in almost everything.
But you feel you can't do without... I know you feel you can't do without him.
That's true. So people tell me. But,
Kermit, Jim told us a while ago, whilst you weren't actually sort of around, I don't know where you were, that that you're something like 30 years old. Is that true, or is he just
don't
gossip
know.
mongering there?
It's one of those things that age to characters like me is something. I don't know. I could be 30 years old.
Very
I
young
suppose.
30, a very
Yeah.
fun-loving character.
I can't tell by...
It's sort of like how old is Snoopy? You know.
Yeah.
And
How
and
long's
how
a
old
piece
is
of
Charlie
string?
Brown? And yeah, because it's sort of like we get. It's
Those
frozen in time.
Yeah, you'll stay the same.
It's very abstract.
I know. It's
Yeah.
great.
Lovely.
The meaning of life.
Something like that. Yes. Yes.
Can I just speak to somebody at home for a second? I think you're very privileged, actually, because you're getting a real glimpse into how the whole
Who are
Muppet
you
business
talking to?
gets put together.
What? Who's that? Who are
See-
those people out there?
As you can see, the Muppets
What?
depended not only on brilliant characters like Kermit, but brilliant puppeteering like the guy with the beard. Now take a look at this clip,
What?
which shows the Muppet team at work choreographing a musical sketch.
What?
And keep your eyes peeled for the man with the beard.
You're not going to give away the secrets, though.
Yeah, your hair was longer there, but it looked like a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yes, I think that piece, but it looked more interesting in the studio than it did on the air. Yeah, because it was so complicated with these great, huge things that we were all rolling back and forth. You know.
Is it always such a big production thing as that, to have so many people making
yeah,
those little
that's
puppets work?
more production than we normally got into. But generally, people would never believe how complicated certain things were, you know, unless you were in the studio when we were shooting it.
Can I ask you something about puppeting? Why don't you get stiff arm? Why don't you get puppeteer's arm?
Oh, we do.
You do?
Oh,
Really?
yes.
Seriously, you do?
Sure. Your arm gets tired after a while. You know, some characters, Kermit is very lightweight, and he's just a little piece of cloth. But other characters, Fozzie Bear and Miss Piggy, are pretty big characters, and you can get quite tired.
Right. Now, to move on after the Muppets, you got involved in something a bit more scary.
Well, Dark Crystal was the last film we did, and certainly that we changed style completely, and we wanted to do something that wasn't anything at all like the Muppets. We wanted to do something that worked more like a fantasy film.
Why did you make it so scary?
Well, I don't know. We enjoyed it, I guess. We were doing a kind of film that we liked, and the designs were done by Brian Froud, who's an illustrator, English illustrator. And I love his designs, and he does these really interesting characters. And yes, I guess they were scary when you first saw them.
Got away from all the comedy and stuff.
But yeah, but if you see the film a couple of times, I think they're not particularly scary. I love those characters.
They're beautiful, yeah.
The Skeksis in particular.
Skeksis.
Yeah, they quite horrendous sharp teeth and eyes. But
It's when they eat that thing. In fact, we're going to see that. It's horrible. They go... It's really horrible. Because we're going to see a bit from the Dark Crystal. It's got loads and loads of the monsters in it. And it's when the baddies, the Skeksis, yeah? They're hunting the goodies, the Gelflings. But their secret police, the Gartham, have made a mistake and arrested the wrong person. If you could call it a person. Although she's brilliant, isn't she? Yeah. You prick lizards! I must say that more often.
the performer working that was Frank Oz, who was also directing Dark Crystal with me, you know. But most people wouldn't realize that the same person who does Piggy was doing Aughra, you know. So it's
Split
strange.
personalities
Yes.
or something.
Yes.
Anyway, to come up to the latest masterpiece, that of course is Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock just went on the air Saturday,
Yeah.
this past Saturday.
And it's right. And what about the background to that? How did it all sort of come about?
Well, it was a show we wanted to do a nice children's show. It was something that we'd been doing the Muppet Show, which was like a family show, and we felt it would be fun to create. Having just done the Dark Crystal, where we did a whole world of new characters, we felt it would be fun to do that with Fraggle Rock.
Watching it on Saturday, there's lots of good advice in it, isn't there? In case you missed it, it's there's a lighthouse. And two charming characters look after that, Sprocket and the captain, who we've met half of that double act. But it's underneath the lighthouse that lots of the action takes place. We can have a look at some of that action right now from Fraggle Rock. This is a song, it's all about self-confidence. It's called I Can Do It. And it's from some of the Fraggles deep below the lighthouse. See how many of those little men in construction hats you can spot. Here we go. Well, I counted 3. Doesn't matter if you missed any of them, though. I think they're fantastic. They're going to be... another of the stars of Fraggle Rock for sure. They're called Doozers, and as I said, don't worry if you missed them, because we're going to get Jim, hopefully, a chance to have a look at them in close-up now. And not only that, you're going to be let into the secrets of how the darn thing works. Can we have a nice, enormous Saturday Show style welcome, please, for a Doozer?
park this thing over here somewhere?
Why not? And then Isla will come and pick you up.
What?
If you're happy about that.
You'll do what?
Isla will pick you up and bring
Oh.
you up to Jim.
Well, be careful. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Gently, gently, gently. Okay, you got me? Hi, Isla.
That's fantastic.
Oh,
Let's have a look at the team
Yeah.
on the doozers. There's Jim
I've
and
always
actually
wanted a little
Steve who
man
does
to
a bit of the
keep.
work.
oh yes. You
It
want,
really works.
yeah, you want to hold on here?
Okay, are you?
Okay.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. Yes.
You sure?
Well, I think so.
Can we
Just,
can we
just
see
don't
how the
drop me.
controls
Yes.
work the doozer? That's
Yes.
the mouth.
That's right. You see, it's a radio control device, and
Can we
actually,
get them closer together so we can?
there. You see something, and now you can see sort of how it all works. You see.
Fantastic.
You see this
God.
big thing over here does this little bitty thing there.
You can.
Sorry.
I was going to say you can buy remote control cars in the shops for like 10 and 20 quid. How much would a
That's
doozer
true.
cost?
Oh, we'll sell you this for about 10,000 pounds.
Oh no!
You know, I have no idea.
Did you design his
These are-
face on somebody?
The Doozers, well, all of the Fraggle Rock characters were designed by Michael Frith, who's one of our art directors. And
He looks a bit like
don't
our
know.
English Mr. Plod, doesn't he? What you always think Mr. Plod will look like.
Sort
Am I
of, and
right?
people on building sites as
Oh,
well.
yes, yes, of course.
oh, that's
it's the big
true.
nose, is
yes.
it?
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm a bulldozer, actually.
Right.
You see, I'm in charge of a construction crew.
Okay, well, Doozer, I know that most construction workers are fans of pop music, heavy metal in particular. That right? Yeah?
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, of course.
Okay.
Right,
yeah.
special moment coming up then for all the doozers. And
You bet, and it is indeed time again to spring a surprise on a lucky person here in the studio. So, let's put our eyes up to the screens in the sky. And if yours is the face that comes up in the lucky star, come on down and sit here. Jacqueline Hogbin! Come along, Jacqueline, hi. How are you? Good. Now, this should come as a total surprise to you. Absolute surprise. Because, of course, you haven't written us a letter at all, have you? But your mum's written us a letter, and she says that she says that you would love to have been involved in the Saturday show in some way. That's true, isn't it? And she says that you're very interested in puppets. Have you always been interested in puppets?
Nah,
So, sort of, is it a fairly recent innovation, is it? And do you actually operate some yourself?
nah.
Would you like a shot at doing it?
Yes.
Well, as you know, we've got the best in the business here today. Come in, please, Jim Henson.
It's time to light the light.
Right.
All right,
This is going to be fun, Jim. This is Jacqueline.
Hi.
Now,
Nice to meet
Jacqueline
you.
wants to do the puppet show, but she's never actually operated a puppet. Mm-hmm. Do you think you can organise
Well,
something?
we can work on it. Sure. I have a green frog who can you can come back and he'll give you a few lessons.
Thing is, will he
that
ever
okay?
turn into a handsome prince?
We'll see.
Throw him against the wall? No, I wouldn't. Well, the thing is, you need a puppet, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't have a puppet.
Do you have a
but
puppet?
the Saturday show spared no expense to bring you from Cannon Hill Art Centre. We brought you a little Czech character. Here he is. A little Czech character. How's that? I haven't worked a puppet for ages, you know. See if I can stick. Hello, hello. Oh, no. How do Czech speak?
Just like that, I think. Yeah.
Zdravstvuyte, dorogie druzia. Something like that. Anyway, that's going to be your
Scottish
puppet. The Scottish accent. You can have a
Okay.
bash with him. I think it's called room sits.
Room sits. Do we have to
Room sits.
remember
Sounds
that?
like a dreadful disease, room sits, but never mind.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. He looks like he's almost got a kilt on or something. No, he's a bandito, I think, huh?
That looks like
Czech
it.
bandito.
Okay.
So you guys are going to do that, yeah? Okay, and we'll see that later on. In the meantime,
Okay.
could you do our honours and read us the Saturday show address twice?
The Saturday Show address. Let's see. It's the Saturday Show, P.O. Box 161, Birmingham, B11TY.
Thank you very much indeed, Jim. Okay, and welcome back. So, welcome back. And remember earlier we had a Just For You surprise for Jacqueline Hogbin, and we sent her off with Jim Henson and Kermit so they could practice a puppet show. Are you ready, Kermit?
Oh, well, we're sort of getting there. Yes.
You're sort of getting there. Great.
What?
Okay, take it away, guys. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Here I am. Here I am out in the countryside. See, I'm waiting, looking around for someone to interview, you see? And here I am looking for someone to interview. I wonder if there's anybody around.
Dum-de-dum-de-dum-dum.
Aha! I hear someone. Hark! Who art thou? I mean, who are you? What sort of person are you, anyhow?
I'm a farmer.
A farmer. Uh-huh. Well, that means you plant stuff and things like that?
No.
No? You don't plant stuff? thought farmers planted stuff.
No, I don't.
Oh, I see. Well, where are we anyhow? What is this place?
We're in Ireland.
We're in Ireland. Ireland, one of my very favorite countries. You know why Ireland is my favorite country?
No,
Well, it's because of the color green. Green is my very favorite color.
it's not easy being green.
That's true. It is not easy being green. Yes, words to live by, I always say. Incidentally, what sort of thing do you do?
I work with a bunch of cows.
Oh no, it's not brunch. It's not bunch. It's herd.
Herd of cows.
Yeah, that's a herd of cows. Yes.
Sure, I've heard of cows.
No. I mean the cows herd.
I don't care if they've heard. I haven't said anything to be ashamed of.
Da 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 da.
Very good. That's
Whoops.
wonderful.
My farmer died.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Kermit. I take it that was your joke, eh?
Yeah. Well, it was sort of. It was Jacqueline's and the farmers and.
And it was super. Thanks very much indeed.
Well-
Okay, everybody, a big cheer for Kermit and for the Czech farmer.
Come up and take a
okay?
bow.
Hey!
There you go. Thank you.
Would you like to come round and Kermit's going to vanish? Whoosh!
I'm gonna what?
You're going to vanish.
Oh, what's this?
Because you must vanish. That's it, you've done it! Well done, Kermit. Not another word. Jacqueline, did you enjoy that? Is it quite difficult to work the puppet?
No, not that hard.
Can you get your fingers up the bits and pieces, yeah? And your fingers up its head and whatnot? It's quite fun, isn't it? I must say, if you had, what's your very favourite puppet of all time?
I like watching Mouse in it, them string puppets.
The string puppets. Oh yes, they were they're gorgeous, aren't they? They're really lovely. Well, everybody, I think Jacqueline Hogbin, you should now, for that wonderful performance as a Czech farmer in disguise, take a bow.
Splendid. You made it over to the other side of the studio. You're a quick
did.
mover.
Yes, I did. Well, you know, Jacqueline's a fast learner, but that's not easy, you know.
No, right, it
You
isn't.
gotta start
puppetry.
right off and learn how to be a puppeteer right away.
You make it look dead easy, though, Kermit.
Well, I
you
do
work
it-
with puppets well.
Well, I've been doing that all my life.
That's
you
true,
know.
yeah,
So
yeah.
That's what it's.
You
it's
were
my
born to it,
heritage.
really,
It's
weren't
my
you?
heritage. Yes, I
This
was
isn't-
born to it too. Yes.
This isn't really a puppet down
All
here.
of
This is a splendid dog, but I'm just going to have a
What?
quick chat with Sprocket.
Can I talk to Sprocket?
Find out a little bit more about what's on Fraggle Rock tonight.
Oh, good. Okay.
5 past 5. Hi, Sprox. And so, what goes on tonight on Fraggle Rock? What? He's saying something about Wembley being caught by a grog.
A gorg. A gorg.
gorg.
He said gorg. You didn't understand him.
I didn't. I missed that out. So Wembley gets caught by a gorg, and he gets. What happens? A jam jar? He gets stuck in a jam jar.
Very good.
Am I doing okay here,
I think
Kermit,
yes.
talking
You
to a
you
dog?
understand him amazingly
That's
well.
not bad. I see. And all the Fraggles have to come to his aid. Effectively, Sprox. Okay, well, you've got a bit of a drive, haven't you now, Sprox, in the back of somebody's car down to Fraggle Rock in time for the programme. 5 past 5 will be a bit later on. All right. Have you enjoyed yourself on the Saturday show? I never got you that dog biscuit, did I? Never mind. It'll come in the post like all our artists' fees. There's a good boy. All right. Thanks, Sprox. And Kermit, thank you for being a splendid star
Yeah.
guest on the Saturday
Oh,
show.
well, it was fun. I
Yeah.
enjoyed all this
really
stuff.
good.
And
Very spontaneous frog.
What?
Right.
A spontaneous frog.
Oh, well, you're very spontaneous too. What does that mean?
next time, do you have to bring the guy with the beard? He's kind of sarcastic.
I would rather not, but you know, I can't help all of these things.
All right, listen, Kermit. I'll tell you what. You've got
come and
time for
hop
sort
in
of
my
one more
garden
wish, if you
anytime.
like. What would you like to see before we wind up the show?
One more wish. Oh goodness. Let's see. One more wish. What would I? Let me think about it. Can I think about it a while?
Well, I'll give you 5 seconds.
Look at him.
How about a clip from
Yes.
Fraggles?
Oh, Fraggles, of course. What else? How could I ever have Fraggles? Fraggles is what I'd really like to see. Oh my
All right.
goodness, yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Here's what happens
What?
when a Fraggle goes to the sort of guru of Fraggle Rock, the
Yes.
compost heap, Marjorie. This Fraggle's got a bit of a problem, and Marjorie suggests an unusual course of action.
What?
Just read this off your back.
Lovely. Right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the show. It's been absolutely mad to be here. I think it would be a good idea if I said goodbye to all our myriad star guests.
I will indeed. To Martin Duffy and to David Toombs, thank you very much for that checkout. To Prince Alatunji, who did that marvellous limbo dance, the fire business and everything. To the Rhapsody Steel Bland, who played through it all. To Rusty Lee.
Here, Rusty on the left hand side.
She's got some food, I can smell it. It's wonderful. Of course, to Musical Youth.
Yes.
Terrific. Wish them all the
Basti
best.
Dotchi.
Sprocket the dog. Sprocket the dog. Who's down there. I'm just about to go on his way back. And of course, special guests here. But wait a minute, Kermit, before I say goodbye to you, have you got anything else you'd like to say?
Oh yeah. How about watch Fraggle Rock at 5:05?
You said that.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
Oh, we can't say that enough.
You can't say it enough.
No.
Well, keep saying it then.
Yeah.
Whilst I
Put your
introduce
hands
the piece of music that we're going to close the programme with, it is the new single from Musical Youth, and I think it's come straight into the charts, hasn't it, fellas? It's about halfway in at number 50-something? 55, is it? Okay. Whilst you're distributing the duchy full of what have you, it's called 16, and for music experts, a point of interest on this is that besides lead vocals being performed by Kelvin, if you listen very carefully, you'll also hear a lady's voice. She's not here today, but that is Jodie Watling. Am I right, fellas?
Yeah.
She of Shalimar. Okay? So listen carefully. We're going to have a party in the studio. What we need is the single. What we need is somebody's ghetto blaster, and I think we've got one down. Do you want to hand me the ghetto blaster, what's down there? Because I think we've got the single on it somewhere right here. And with one last word from Kermit, which no doubt is, make sure that you watch for
Yes, I'd say that.
What's the problem?
Nothing's hard, man.
It's what?
It means it's love. Good. It's good.
It's good.
I mean, that's a nice stereo system.
I've just received an endorsement for the technology, which suits me fine. Let's see whether it's working as we listen to 16. I did remember how to switch this on.
Here we go. Where's the cassette?
There we go.
That's